These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Hi there, I'm Kaylee O'Kelly with your top stories on this Monday morning from ABC15 Arizona. Our team getting a tragic update this morning after a man disappeared at Bartlett Lake. Investigators with the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office say a body has been recovered. They are telling us that man went underwater and never resurfaced on Saturday afternoon. Our team will continue to follow this and bring you the latest updates as they do become available online and right here on air. ABC 15 is also tracking the impact of the opioid epidemic and fentanyl across the state and across the nation. More than 100,000 people have died from a drug overdose in 2023. About 70% of those deaths attributed to opioids like fentanyl, according to the Drug Enforcement Administration. So over the weekend, a group in Tucson did take action to raise awareness about the dangerous drug because they know all too well the consequences this can have. Teresa Guerrero has been organizing after losing her own son Jacob to fentanyl nearly 5 years ago. She and several others hitting the streets to hand out Narcan and sharing resources while remembering some of the lives lost with a prayer and a reading of their names.
Fentanyl doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care your age, your ethnicity, your education, none of that. You know, whether you're rich or poor, it's going to kill you all the same.
You know, just 2 milligrams of fentanyl is considered to be a lethal dose. And because of its potency and low cost, drug dealers have been mixing it with other drugs. That is according to the DEA. We turn now to the state of education. Democratic legislators and education leaders will provide an update today on Governor Katie Hobbs's public school funding plan, also known as Prop 123. Also in that discussion, ESA funds. It's something our education team has reported on extensively. State Democrats are pushing back against a Republican proposal to provide $1 billion in empowerment scholarship account funds to private and homeschooling. The new conference does get underway. The news conference does get underway around noon, and we will be sure to listen in and let you know exactly what we learn. Well, we have a big announcement to share with you and some unwelcome news for a lot of student loan borrowers. Starting today, the Department of Education will restart the process of involuntary collections May 5th here. Our Let ABC 15 Know team taking action to make sure you know your rights. Here's Christelle Bell.
I told Gil I wasn't going to give up. I kept reaching out to Fluent Home and finally got a response and got Gil out of his contract. $1,000 activation fee.
He saw the alarm sign out front and came to the front door.
Camera doorbell equipment he can't use because he doesn't have Wi-Fi.
I want them to remove everything that was installed.
And a whole lot more. Gil felt stuck in a home security contract.
I should not get stressed over this, and of course it did stress me.
He says it all started when a salesperson came knocking, claiming to offer him a better deal than his current alarm system.
The text showed me the contracts and stuff, and I showed him, I said, I can't read any of this, it's too small.
Gil moved forward, but says when he tried to reach out to Fluent Home, later on, he wasn't getting anywhere, so he let ABC 15 know. According to the Arizona State Board of Technical Registration, every alarm agent must be certified. After doing some digging, we found the certification for the salesperson who came to Gil's door was canceled since 2016. And when we asked the company about that salesperson, here's the response I was given. Fluent Home takes consumer concerns and our company's reputation very seriously. After reviewing our records, we can confirm that this employee is no longer affiliated with our company. We asked for the effective date that employee was no longer affiliated with the company, but we didn't get an answer. The board says it determines whether any disciplinary action for operating as an alarm agent without a valid certification is needed after an investigation is complete in response to a filed complaint. After we reached out to Fluent Home, Gil says a representative called saying they would cancel his contract and close his credit account. Problem solved. Gil says he plans to file a complaint with the State Board of Technical Registration. And if you have a problem with any security alarm company, you can file too. We've put a link to show you how and more tips to protect yourself from certain door-to-door sales tactics online at abc15.com/consumer. I'm Christelle Bell. Need help with your consumer problem? Let ABC 15 know.
Tracking your most accurate forecast on this Cinco de Mayo, May 5th. I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. We're holding on to some scattered rain chances throughout the day today with a better chance tonight here in the valley. Temperatures also the big story because it's going to be way cooler than it usually is for early May. Starting off with temperatures in the lower 60s at 8 a.m., near 70 at midday, and only forecasting a high of 73 degrees. Our normal high is 91, well below that today and well below that across the state, with highs staying in the 40s for areas like Flagstaff, Heber, Prescott, 50s and Payson and Sedona, with lower 70s across the lower deserts. And the storm chances looking promising across much of the state through at least Wednesday, with the best shot for storms along the rim and in northern Arizona. In the valley, we'll hold on to those scattered rain chances through at least Wednesday, and only a slight chance there in southern Arizona for the next few days. Then after Wednesday, get ready for it. It'll feel like summer with highs above 100 in the valley by Friday. In the high country, 40s and 50s through Wednesday, and in the 70s Friday and this weekend.
And for the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, hit us up at abc15.com or download our free ABC 15 mobile app. Make it a great day.
These latest headlines from ABC 15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.